Oficjalnym patronem kanału jest sklep Instant Gaming. Graj z głową i płać mniej. Zajrzyj, zarejestruj się, zdecyduj. Polecam. Ragnar. Dzień dobry, witam serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku Zagrajmy w dziedzictwo Hogwartu. Moi drodzy, kontynuujemy. Teraz idziemy na główne zadanie związane z Salomonem, gdyż ma dla nas na pewno coś nam do zaoferowania będzie potrafił. Coś nam zaoferować będzie potrafił. Więc spróbujmy. Klucz słyszałem. Cholera, mi uciekł pewnie już. Chociaż czekaj, dzieciaku, bo tu klucz gdzieś lata. A, tam jesteś.
Ah, a rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
Dokładnie. Czy na górę nie poleci? Tutaj jesteś. Zdobędziemy sobie kolejny żeton na spokojnie.
That's it.
Taki sadystyczne, słuchajcie, to urywanie tych skrzydełek tym kluczykom. O, Salomon, co ty możesz mnie teraz nauczyć, co? Czego ja jeszcze nie wiem?
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way.
Jak to nauczyciele nie wiedzą o tym miejscu? Prowadź.
There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised.
Okej. Krypta, wejdź do środka. On nie idzie ze mną?
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
Nie, no oczywiście, Sebastian, oczywiście, ale...
Revelio.
Jak zauważyliście, czasami ta gra ma też problemy z poprawnym udźwiękowieniem, więc względnie jeżeli sama w sobie stanowi produkcję wręcz fenomenalną, to niestety nie jest najlepsza pod kątem jakości technicznie wykonania, chyba że chodzi tylko i wyłącznie o poziom wersji PC-owej.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
Bzdura, bierzemy je.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic, but you should learn it. I can teach it to you safely here.
Okej, nieopierzony, słuchajcie,
It
uczeń
may
jest w
take a
stanie mnie
while to
coś
get the feel
nauczyć.
for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Czyli co, jakieś pierwsze zakazane zaklęcie? Albo ogniste. To jest czerwone.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out?
No
Stick
ba.
to the targets, though. Best to keep the undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses. Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it. That's it.
I think I've got it.
Well done.
Fajne. I to jest, słuchajcie, to zaklęcie, którego nam brakowało wtedy, żeby wykonać na przykład zagadkę Merlina z podpalaniem
I
filarów.
have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
I would have paid to see that.
I swore we'd never live it down. To this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
Jest naprawdę mocne.
The blast does heat things up. I see how you lost your eyebrows.
You'll get used to it. Anne, Ominous and I used to practice down here for hours. The Undercroft was our retreat. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Z chęcią. Byliśmy w
Just
Feldcroft
let me
już.
know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian, Uncle Solomon. Unfortunately, you'll have to meet him too. Well, meeting a new student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said something was missing from what you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the port key, and Gringotts, and Ranrock.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
Dobra, powiem mu prawdę. Zobaczymy, czy możemy komukolwiek zaufać w tej grze.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of this secret Undercroft. You can trust me.
All right. I can see traces of ancient magic.
Ancient magic? I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. What does that even mean?
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain. All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me. I've been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us.
Ja, dobra.
When I head to
Słuchajcie,
Feldcroft,
on
I'll
mi
send you
zaufał,
now.
ja zaufałem jemu. Tak sobie będziemy ufać. Dobra. Opuść kryptę. No bardzo chętnie, tylko najpierw sobie troszeczkę zrewidował tutaj zaklęcia, moi drodzy, bo tak. A to przeniesiemy sobie tutaj, to przeniesiemy sobie tutaj na narzucanie klątwy jako pierwsze, albo no, w ten sposób sobie to zróbmy. Później weźmiemy też zaklęcia kontroli, czyli to odepchnięcie, chociaż nie odepchnięcie, ukrycie i to są moje zaklęcia bojowe. Przy następnym poziomie musimy sobie zrobić kolejne drzewko. I faktycznie wyjdźmy stąd, opuśćmy i kontynuujemy naszą przygodę w chyba questie głównym. Może profesor Fig wreszcie na swoim miejscu się pojawi.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
Znalazłem przypadkiem.
That room's called the Undercroft. Ah, well, I was exploring and then suddenly found myself in a strange passageway.
Don't lie to me. No one stumbles upon that room. Sebastian told you, didn't he? You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster. I am not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
Nie musisz mi grozić. Obiecuję, że nic nie powiem.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word. And Sebastian is a good friend. You shouldn't immediately assume the worst of him.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Ominous, I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to
Dość
get
ostry
earful
typ.
about this.
No dobra, misja ukończona, moi drodzy. Ukończ zadanie główne, kolejny pakiet. Króciutkie te zadania główne były na razie. 260 punktów doświadczenia. Zobaczmy, co my mamy w takim razie tutaj jeszcze zrobić. Misję, poproszę. I jeszcze nie powiedziano nam, co mamy zrobić tak do końca. No tak bardzo nie wiem, co mamy zrobić. Na dół, na górę. Jest poczta.
Come and see me as soon as you can. I've returned from a rather unproductive trip to the ministry, hoping your time has been more fruitful than mine.
Dobra, to do profesora Figa od razu. Tak się zaniepokoiłem na razie, że widzę, że nie mam żadnego wytycznych do kolejnych zadań. Do niczego.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa.
Revelio.
Levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Dobra, najpierw pójdziemy, słuchajcie, z nią się też oczywiście zobaczymy, ale najpierw pójdziemy do profesora Figa.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldridge Diggory's portrait in the common room told me about his great niece, Helen.
His great niece?
Yes, she used to be an Auror. Well, she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an experience. But, you see, Anne knew Richard Jackdaw before he died, so I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Ale bym się teraz śmiał, jakby to był na przykład Ranrock, który, wiecie, podszywa się pod profesora Figa, ale
The room is
byłby
called the
numer
Map
wtedy.
Chamber, by the way. And the portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think it was beneath us all this time. looks promising. A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Mówi o swojej żonie. Jest Rockwood.
Hello, Professor
Rackham.
Rackham. You've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
Tak.
You and your friend Charles spoke of the port key, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until, perhaps, now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
Tak, ona jest tam przy stadionie Quidditcha chyba.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
You said that you know that tower. What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. I've passed it dozens of times. It's north of Hogsmeade. My recollection is that it seems abandoned. Clearly, however, the tower conceals more than meets the eye.
Albo to nie jest ta wieża, o której mówiłem. No dobra, do zobaczenia w takim
I'll find you
razie.
at the tower as soon as I
Zajarałem
can.
się, moi drodzy,
Until
ponownie
then.
questem.
Be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
Ponieważ... Dobra, zrobimy to. Słuchajcie, zrobimy to, bo bardzo mi się ten quest po prostu mnie teraz mnie dopiero tak zajarał. Mapa świata. Ona jest gdzieś ta wieża... Cholera wie, gdzie ta wieża jest. Mi się za chwilę zaktualizuje. Właśnie, 1638 metrów. Mapa świata. Ja na początku myślałem, słuchajcie, że chodzi o tę wieżę, która jest gdzieś tutaj, prawda? Tutaj też była taka jedna duża wieża. Natomiast chodzi nam A nie, no nie, co prawda tam nie byłem. No ale byłem tutaj. Przetransportujmy się, moi drodzy, i lecimy od razu sobie. Czemu by nie? Bo questy poboczne są na razie fajne, owszem.
The freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
Dobra, zrobimy kilka tych głównych zadań, a później zajmiemy się, moi drodzy, wykonywaniem... To tak, tu byliśmy. Później zajmiemy się, moi drodzy, wykonywaniem trochę tych zadań pobocznych. Znowu będziemy tak przeplatać sobie po prostu jedno i drugie. Z czemu by to nie spróbować teraz zrobić, chociażby tego, wiecie, jakiegoś specjalnego zadania, questowego.
Intriguing place, Zanbakar's tower. Nothing new, I'd imagine. No idea who this Bakar is, mind you.
To za twierdza tego Bakara jest. Nieźle.
Over here.
Znowu musiałem przez ciebie spać na gołej ziemi. Stary wygo.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the
Wszyscy
tower?
umrą.
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No
Da się
sense in
zrobić.
announcing our arrival.
Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a cart at Gringos.
Quickly now.
Dopiero teraz mnie uczysz tego? No to nieźle.
Stay hidden.
Ja naprawdę, moi drodzy, bardzo musiałem mocno podlewelować, skoro udało mi się to zrobić. Skoro udało mi się tak naprawdę
Those mushrooms were.
tak bardzo podnieść poziom.
Ranrock said so. What's that? Who's there?
Nic się nie dzieje, nic nie widziałeś. Oj, potężna umiejętność. Bardzo potężna. No i świetnie. Wydaje mi się, że całe obozowisko za nami. Prawda, Gro? Dowiedz się, co tu robią gobliny. Bardzo chętnie. Tylko najpierw jeszcze chciałbym jakieś miejsce, z którego mógłbym się tego dowiedzieć. I to w ogóle będzie piękne wtedy. Ruiny zamku. Uwielbiam takie ruiny zamku. Są cholernie klimatyczne. W ogóle skończyłem ostatnio oglądać, moi drodzy, ten serial, który jest związany z Dungeons & Dragons, czyli Vox Machina. 3. sezon. Fenomenalny, przezajebisty serial. Polecam każdemu. Absolutny must have. 10/10 pod kątem realizacji typowo Dungeonsonowej, takiego fantazy. Chyba jeden z najlepszych, jakie widziałem w swoim życiu.
Orders.
Przeszukaj wieże i jej okolicy. Znajdź coś związanego z imionami. Znalezisko może być kluczem do odnalezienia dla goblinów należnego im miejsca na świecie. Ranrock. Znajdź coś, co jest związane z imieniem.
I will draw blood.
Serio?
I'm a goblin, not a toy! Victory is ours.
Nie no, poważnie.
From shoes to chapeau.
To było trochę chujowe, że się tak wyrażę. Przepraszam bardzo w tym momencie, bo mnie zaatakował z takim impetem i że nawet nie zdążyłem zareagować za bardzo. No dobra, to idziemy na poważnie w takim razie.
I will draw blood. You can't
Ja pierdzielę, naprawdę.
Your little magic trick won't distract me.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo.
I shall avenge your death.
Expelliarmus. You've one less follower, Ranrock.
To się jakoś ekstremalnie szybko umiera w tej grze. Serio. Po prostu jest stryk i was nie ma czasami.
Revelio.
Wręcz ta gra, mam wrażenie, ma czasem więcej wspólnego z Soulusami niż inne Soulsy.
It's more than mere coincidence that we encountered Ranrock's loyalists here.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked.
A to może ty mnie nauczysz
An
alohomory.
unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Coś z tym dźwiękiem też jest nie tak. Czasami mam wrażenie, że jak zmienimy,
I
powiedzmy...
wonder who this is.
Jak zmienimy, wiecie, nastawienie kamery, to zmienia się też czasami dźwięk w głupi sposób. Pieniądze.
Revelio.
Musimy poszukać jakichś śladów.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles.
Co tam dewastujesz, staruszku? Można sobie w las. Przeciwników raczej tu nie widzę.
Welcome to Sanbakar's Tower.
Revelio.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sambakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Command it to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber.
Okej, czyli co? Dalej musimy podróżować samemu. Oczywiście dalej nie nauczył mnie dziadyga jeden
A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry.
na dole, blisko wejścia. Nie nauczył mnie żadnego zaklęcia. Szczerze powiedziawszy, to jest taki bezużyteczny troszeczkę profesor. No, ale humorem mógł mi pokazać od razu. No, czuję się normalnie urażony. Aha. Takie buty. Znajdź wejście do miejsca pierwszej próby. Dobra, moi drodzy, tutaj w takim razie podziękuję wam za uwagę. Do usłyszenia, do zobaczenia w kolejnym odcinku, w której zaczniemy tą próbę. I cóż, mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Zostawcie łapkę, komentarz, zapraszam do Patronite i zapraszam do Instant Gaming. I dziękuję wszystkim patronom oczywiście. Hej, papa! Hej! Setki gier prosto od dystrybutorów. Widziałeś już? Nie? Zajrzyj koniecznie na instantgaming.com. Linki w opisie.